Today we back with another. I think my lighting is good this time. Yeah, I think my lighting good now. Anyway, if it ain't, it is. Anyway, today we back with another video. Today I want to talk about how you should use a credit card. Should I get a? You know, a lot of people have questions about should I get a credit card? How to use a credit card? Should I avoid credit cards? You know, it's a lot of misinformation out there about credit cards, and this video I kind of want to clear all that foolishness up. So who's this video for? I don't know. I guess this video is target. Like I said, the target of a lot of my information is, I don't know. It could be for young people. I mean, that's the target, a younger audience, because they don't know. They don't have a lot of people to teach them. School doesn't teach this stuff. But at the same time, this is for adults too, because adults don't know how to use it. Adults don't know too much about credit cards that I found out. So in general, this video is for someone that wants to know about credit card, considering getting a credit card, has a credit card, scared to use it, has a credit card, misused it, and now trying to get back on the right track. That's what we're going to talk about. Bear with me. So the first thing I want to talk about is if you have the most important, and I mean the most important, the single most important thing, if you are considering a credit card or have a credit card, you need discipline. I'm going to just start right here. A lot of people ain't going to tell you this because they want to sell you on how to use some course. They're going to sell you on how to. I don't care what you do with the credit card. If you don't have no discipline, if you do not have self-control, if you're already a person that has trouble saving money, if you're already a person that has trouble sticking to your budget, leave that credit card where it's at, yo. Leave that, because I promise you, you are giving yourself a rope. And you know what you're doing with that rope? Giving yourself a credit card with no discipline, no self-control is essentially giving yourself a rope in the chair. And I ain't gonna fit it because this YouTube, I don't want to get I don't want to get demonetized. But you are giving yourself a rope with with a chair. That's what you're doing. Because I want you to, and I'm talking about this first because this is the most. I don't care whatever I talk about, the tips, the benefits you hear about credit cards. You cannot take advantage of that unless you have discipline. Financial discipline. Let's talk about financial discipline. Why? Because obviously a credit card is, quote unquote, people have this perception of it's free money, right? Now, if you have, say when you start getting up there, if you don't have, you get limits of 20,000, 30,000, and you have a credit card and you don't have discipline, and your wants and your urges topple your self-control. You start buying stuff you don't need. Not only do you start buying stuff that you don't need, because people do that with no credit card. You buy stuff that you cannot afford. And then that credit card bill just racks up and you just tell yourself, well, I'm going to pay it back next month. I'm going to pay it back next month. I'm going to pay it back next week. And you keep doing that. By the time you had a little amount to pay back next week, you can't pay it back. And you know what happens? Your credit score tanks, everything. It's a slippery slope. So I'm telling you right now, if you get nothing out of this video, if you don't have discipline, leave the credit card alone. Anyway, so let's get to it. Now, so a lot of people talk about how you should, if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking down on my notes. I try to make a little outline, but so I won't go out and ramble, but it is what it is. If I do, I do. So anyway, a lot of people talk about using a credit card for emergencies, right? That's what typically people say, and I'm a person to say you should use a credit card only to make you more money. And what do I mean by that? I'm gonna explain. Just give me a chance and listen, right? You should use a credit card to make you more money. Why only using the credit card for emergency? Obviously, if you have emergency, as in you got one car, your car needs some work, you need new brakes, you got to get to work, and you don't have no money. Yeah, man, go ahead and use the credit card because you got to. But I'm telling you why. Even having the mindset of using a credit card for emergencies is a slippery slope. And why? Because, let's just be real. Every paycheck, people have a certain amount of money left over from their bills, right? Usually, that money is not very much. Let's just be real. Some people if you're blessed, you have a couple $100s left over, right? Now, let's just say, after your bills. And then everybody has wants like food, discretionary shopping that they do on the week. That money comes out of as well. Now, if you don't have that little extra, say you need $200 brake job, right? Boom. You say, well, I'm gonna pay it next check. You got to realize in that 2 weeks of that check, you have to have 200 extra. You know what I'm saying? To afford to pay this next week or next time you get paid, that means it's just not going to be, you don't have an extra 200. You get what I'm saying? So now that $200 expense, you make it pay $20 up there. Okay, so now you're paying the $20 on there. You got 180 left. Now that thing starts accumulating interest. It starts accumulating interest. I'm just giving you a small example. And then let's just say 1 month you might not have no extra. Boom. So you ain't even get to pay nothing on it. And you see how that money gets to trickle, and then don't let you have another expense up there. People do stuff like, oh, I gotta go out tonight. I gotta get so and so a birthday gift for their birthday. Boom, charge it on the card. Now your card has went from that $200 break job that you supposed to be paying. You only had $20 extra that week that you thought you was gonna have extra. So now you got 180 up there. Now you getting somebody $100 gift, and then that's 280. You get what I'm saying? You can see how that slowly adds up, and that interest. Bro, interest is so nasty. Like, I want to show you. Y'all know I like to get to the nitty gritty, you know. So I like to show. I'm gonna show this on the computer. Credit card interest calculator, right? 1 second. I have so many tabs open right now. It's kind of crazy. Hold on. Credit card interest calculator. If you look at your statement, let's just say credit card minimum payment calculator. Okay, we're gonna go here. Boom. Okay, so let's just say your credit card balance 500. Dang, what? Let's say you got a $500, 18%. This is kind of, at this point in life, this is not a lot. Like, this is kind of average credit card interest rate, which is why you shouldn't carry a balance. I'm just giving you an example why using it for emergencies should not be your thing, right? Let's just leave that there. Let's just say you only paid the minimum and you paid $500 with an 18% interest rate. If you just paid the minimum and your card, just look at this, man. I'm going to blow this up because y'all don't understand what I just said. If you had a balance on your card, $500, and you only paid the minimum payment. I'm going to show the minimum pay schedule, too. This is crazy, man. So the minimum payment would be $15 on that, right? $7 will go to interest. $7 will go to your principal. Mind you, just paying your $15, your minimum payment that they're going to tell you to pay, is going to take you 47 months. And you will end up paying $200 in interest. So you're going to end up paying $700. Like, it's a very nasty, and I mean, you can go Google this stuff. Like I said, credit card minimum payment calculator. You see what I typed in right here, so you could just play with that yourself and type in some numbers up there. Like I said before, man, we could do 200. How long would it take you to pay that? It'll take you 15 months paying the minimum payment. You'd pay $25. That's if you add nothing else to the card, though. So how I say you should use credit cards? I say you should use credit cards only to bring you more money. Because people have this notion, and people will say, oh, I can't make no money. I think you should use credit cards to bring you out of your situation, not over leverage yourself, right? You know, it's a well-known fact that people say it's easier to make money when you got money or whatever, right? Okay, cool. So if that's the truth, if you believe that, and people believe they can do so much if they had some money, if I hit the lottery, if I did this, they'll be able to flip that money. Use the credit card in the exact same way. What do I mean by that? Just an example. I'm gonna give you a breakdown of how I use my credit card. I'm giving you an example. I don't use my debit card at all. Like I may as well just throw. Only time I use my debit card is when I go to the ATM. Anything I charge is still a credit card. Now, why do I charge my credit card for everything versus my debit card? I use my credit card essentially just like my debit card. I go in the store, I charge, I go on the app, or I go at the end of the day, pay whatever I just paid off, right? Why do I pay it right then and there? At the end of the day, at the end of the week, whatever. Why do I pay it like that? I pay my credit card balance right off and use it as a debit card instantly. I pay it right off because I'm spending it, but I don't want to pay any interest. So I'm using it like a debit card. Why am I doing that? So I can get rewards points. This is one way of paying yourself with a credit card. You get reward points, right? So mind you, you get some people say, oh yeah, you get the credit card rewards don't matter because you have to spend that money. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Congratulations. Congratulations on pointing out obvious. You explained what a credit card was. Yes, you have to pay the money back. The simple fact that you should do is you use that money as money you will already use. You don't use that money to spend on money that you wouldn't already spend. You don't get yourself in debt to collect the reward. That's stupid. Use your regular spend to collect the rewards. At the end of the year, every year, I collect around $1,000 from like at least 2 or 3 credit cards. From just paying my bills, paying for food, paying for gas, like $1,000 each. So around like, I usually use 2 cards. So like, I usually have like $2,500 in rewards. I can use it in a year by just regularly spending, nothing extra. Right? And what can I do with that money? I usually just take a vacation. So I'm saying like I pay my bills. I go through life every year, spend on the credit card like I will spend on my debit card. No extra money, just basic life expenses. And I pay myself $2,000 at the end of the year free. What can I do with it? I can go on a vacation with it, right? A next higher level thing is, like I said, if you use this money, if you think of credit, of using that money, think of using credit cards or credit in general. I want you to just get this in your head. Reshape the way you think about it. Yes, corporations, the banks, society wants you to use the credit card. That's why they market it to kids. They used to market them on college campuses. They market it to irresponsible people. Yes, their idea is because they know you are weak. They want you to use that to charge and swipe on things you cannot afford, because I just showed you the interest they're going to collect on you, right? I just showed you the interest they're going to collect on you. Let's just say you got $2,000 up there, man. Like, let's just do it. And look, it's going to take you 182 months just paying the minimum. And people, this is what people do. People just pay the minimum. Who you think eating off this, man? The credit card companies are eating off this because they know people are not. They know the average person doesn't even have the money to pay that stuff back. They know this. They want you to use it to get in debt and pay them extra money that you already don't have. I think the smart way to do it is to get yourself money. It's to use that money. Like I said, one way you could do that is by rewards. Like I said, casually spending. I take that money, I go on a trip. Or you take that money, then if you invest, if you want to start something, if you want to buy yourself a gift, whatever, take that money at the end of the year and use it. Or take that money at the end of the year, save it. Take that money at the end of the year, invest it in something. That's free money. Picture this. If I take that extra $2,000 I got for free by just using my credit card, paying it off like a debit card, instead of using my debit card, using my credit card, if I use that money at the end of the year, say I got an extra $2,000, like I said, I usually have an extra $2,000 in the year simply. What if I took that money and then invested it? Options, stocks. Okay, boom. Now I took free money that I didn't do anything for, put it into stocks. Let's just say I made 30, 40%. I made free money off of more free money. Do you understand that? Like, I got free money from using my credit card, from just not using my debit card, paying it off, not paying no interest. Then I took that free money, put it in some stocks, options, or invested it to start a business to bring me more money. So I took free money to make more free money. That's insane. That's insane, right? And that's how you need to think about credit. Put your money to work. I heard a phrase that people say, money makes, one of my favorite quotes, money makes a faithful servant, but a horrible master. If you put your money to work and make it be a servant to go out and bring you more money, it's beautiful. If money is your master, meaning you chase it, it's a horrible master because you'll never get enough. You're limited on time. You're limited on everything. You'll never have enough money just chasing it with your time. I'm telling you, the best way to make your money multiply itself, right? Boom. Another advantage. Let me give you another way you can use a credit card. Now, you know a lot of credit cards have intro offers, right? So sign up for this card, boom, you get 18 months, 0% interest. What does that mean? That means when you sign up for that card for 18 months, you have 0 interest. That means if you charge five, like this thing that I just showed you about this here, this $2,000 balance for on some intro offers, they'll do zero for 18 months. They'll do zero. They will do zero. Right? Now what does that mean? That means for 18 months, whatever your balance is, you are just paying that balance. No money is going to interest. Now, how can you use that to benefit you? Example, a person that owns a person that think about starting a business, but they don't have money to start it up, right? Now, this is not telling you to use credit to over leverage yourself. Don't be stupid, bro. Don't be stupid. Don't go out there, people they was going out there getting a whole bunch of cars for Turo, cars they couldn't even afford, and now they think they got a business plan. They give me $50,000, $60,000 cars, now the car's defaulting because they can't afford them. That's dumb. That's not using credit effectively. That's being stupid. I'm just calling it what it is. I'm telling you, you need a plan, and this is another way credit can help someone that has a plan. I'm just telling you, I can't tell you every way credit cards to help you, but I'm telling you ways credit cards can help you. You have to use the knowledge. You have to get the baseline of what I'm saying, and you apply to you. You got to use your creativity. That's just how this thing works, right? So think about it. You got an idea to start a business. Let's just go lawn care business. Boom. Say I'm 17. I'm 18. Check this out. I want to start. I don't have no job. I'm going to start a lawn care business. It might be hard for you to get a credit card with no job, though. Let's just say you work at McDonald's. You work at McDonald's, you can get a credit card. I'm telling you. I worked at Hardee's when I was 16, signed up for my credit card at 18. They gave it to me. I think I had like $10,000 off rip from the beginning. Now you're talking to a person, I'm 25 over. Well, when I was 22, I had over $100,000 in available credit on credit cards. So that's nothing. I had credit cards I could charge. I'm not bragging. Let's just say you talk to a person that really done it. So anyway, So say for instance, you want to start a lawn care business, right? Boom, but you don't have the money. You 18. Boom. So I'm gonna go apply for 18. I will go apply for a credit card there to give me 18 months 0% interest. What am I gonna do with that, right? I'm gonna go buy my lawn care equipment. I'm gonna start myself off with a lawnmower. Check this out. 0% interest now. I'm going to go start myself off with a lawnmower, an edger, some gas, some equipment. What are they going to charge me? Maybe let's just say I'm down $1,000. Say I buy two of them. Me and my homeboy going to do it together. Boom. I started my business with $1,000, right? I can even throw some money in for business cards, whatever. Let's just say you do all that for $1,000. You now got 18 months to pay that $1,000 back before interest hits. So you are maximizing. This is essentially, okay, look, I'm going to give you this money. Just give me back what I gave you. So now you take that $1,000. You starting a business with zero money out of pocket. $0 out of pocket. And you got 18 months to pay that $1,000 back before you even have to pay interest. If you pay that $1,000 back in the 18 months, you pay no interest. You just paying $1,000. So picture this. You went out and got your equipment around lawnmowers, whatever, $1,000. Now you go out and start cutting grass. You cut a yard. Let's just say you get $200 a week or 7 days. That's on a slight now. If you cutting grass, you ain't making $200 a week. I don't know, man. I'm just saying. Now you on a slight. Let's just say you make $200 that week. You now could take $100 of that. Put $100 to the credit card. Boom. Put $100 to the credit, or just pay your minimum payment. Your minimum payment, if you charge $1,000. I'm just painting. See, I like to paint the scenarios because people like to talk a whole lot of talk that they can't, yet. They don't really know what they're saying. So your minimum payment would be less than $20. So let's just say I take $100. Say I want to get it out the way early. I'm gonna take $100. If I make $200 a week, I'm gonna take $50 a week, $100 a week. I'm gonna put that to the card. The rest I'm going to take on doing whatever I want to do with it. Or I could take that straight $200 every week since I don't have no expenses. Excuse me. And throw that straight back to the card. And in 5 weeks. In 5 weeks. In 5 weeks. You just paid that money back. You started your money. You started a business for free and started cash flowing money for free. No money out your pocket. You could take that example and apply it to so many other things. I did that example and applied it to businesses. I've started rental car business. I went out Not even expensive. I went out and bought cars to just simply rent them out. You cannot do this if you didn't leverage credit. Without a credit score, without a sufficient credit score and credit history, they would not have allowed me to go to the. Man, I was 22 with 5 cars in my name. What 22-year-old, they're not gonna let you do that without history, without proven track record. They're not gonna do that. I went out there and bought 10,000 used. I had 2 Jettas and a Honda Accord, bringing me $350 a week a piece. The car bring me $350 a week. Now the car, mind you, the car was $10,000. My payment every month on the car was less than $200. Then my insurance was less than like $120. So I was averaging like the expenses on each car was like $300 a month. $300 a month, and I'm profiting. I'm getting $350 a week. You do the math, man. And I started that with no money out of my pocket. I started that with no money off my pocket, leveraging credit. That wasn't credit cards for say. That was, just loans and everything else. But credit card, it's the same thing. Free money is free money, quote unquote free money. Yes, you got to pay it back. Duh. Way to state the obvious. Pay it back with money that you're making from it, though. Where else am I gonna go, man? I said I wanted to go actually on, and then here's another thing I want to touch on. This is one thing I want to touch on too. People say the best credit card is American Express. The best credit card is this. Don't let anybody tell you what the best credit card is for you. The best credit card, there is no one size fit all. You want to, and when you pick a credit card, you want to pick a credit card that caters to you. What do I mean by that? Let's go. We're going to go on the computer. This is one of my favorite credit cards, right? I'm just going to show you an example, right? Live audit of, okay, you thinking about I want to get a credit card. Okay, cool. Let's look at different types of credit card. Excuse me. We're going to just look at this reward card Navy Federal got right here. This, for example. This is one of my favorite cards, right? And it's one of my favorite cards because it's so useful, and I feel like, I didn't even touch on it. You see, sometimes you get, so this is a 30K bonus point intro offers. I told y'all about intro offers that have 0% interest. Some intro offers give you money. Yes, some credit cards you pay for, some you don't have to. Some credit cards come with so many different type of rewards, but I'm just keeping it simple, man. I'm just keeping it simple right now. So, like I said, this credit card here, what are the rewards? 3 times the points on restaurant and food delivery. 3 times the points at supermarkets. 3 times the points on gas. Now, why I say this credit card, I feel like is one of the best out and one of my most favorite used, because like I told you, if we follow in the aspect of using the credit card to reward you instead of you rewarding the people that gave you the card, these are the most expenses for everybody, I'm pretty sure. Everybody spends money on gas. These are your biggest expenses. Gas, groceries, in restaurants, or even that includes fast food. So if I know I'm going to spend money on those things, if you know you're going to spend money on those, why would I not get rewarded for it? This credit card right here gives you 3 times the points on all of that. So now you could clearly see why at the end of the year I'm cashing out $2,500. I'm just simply doing what I would normally do. Going to the grocery store every week, boom. Sometimes I eat, when I do eat out, boom. When I have to, you have to spend on gas, right? And this is how once you start looking at different rewards for credit cards, let's go to another, here's another one. This is just a cash back card. The benefit to this is what? Hey, that's good. That's like 2% cash back on all purchases, right? So, let's just think. If this card is giving me this is how you also have to start strategizing with credit cards. If this card is giving me 2% cash back on all purchases, the other card give me 3 times, which is essentially 3% back on gas, food, and restaurant. I wouldn't use this card. You feel me? I wouldn't use this card. I would go use the other one. If I'm spending on gas, if I'm spending on restaurant, if I'm spending on grocery, I would go use the other card because I'm getting rewarded more for it. This is how you pick a credit card. I go look at the card and see what is the benefit. What is this? How does this card benefit me to get it? Now, starting off with one card, a card like what I showed you before would be great for a one card. But there are certain if you have one card, you want to cater to what you spend the most on. You want to cater to you, right? Now, there are some purchases that obviously do not include gas, that do not include grocery, that do not include food. And that's why I say I use two cards. I will spend everything else on this card. I will spend everything else on this card that's not included in those 3 times back. Why? Because on the other card, if what I'm spending is not in that category, I'm only getting 1% back for it. When I could just use this card and get 2% back. That's just strategizing, you know. Let me take you to America Express. I'm just taking you to some examples, right? They say, like, why people say America Express is the best card. I mean, I have American Express card. I'm gonna be real with you, man. It's not used very often. Right? People love this platinum card here, right? Let's just see what you get for using a platinum card. Like let me tell you that there are uses for these cards, right? But they're not gonna be your everyday spend card because you don't get rewarded good for spending on them. I'm gonna just show you like the Amex Platinum. They're giving you after you spend $8,000 in the first 6 months of having this card, they're going to give you 80,000 membership points. These membership points can be used for travel. They can be used for cash. You know, you just have to see how they convert. But I'm going to tell you a trick to this also. This is a bonus trick. If you're still watching, I'm glad you're watching because this is a bonus trick. A lot of these intro offers give you money, right? If you spend you'll see if you spend a certain amount in this time, you get this. And a lot of people go out and buy something that they don't need to get that money. No. Forget all that. When you open up a new card, if the card is to spend $2,000 in the first 3 months of opening, they give you $1,000, they give you $600, use that card for everything. Spend everything on that card just to hit your bonus. Mind you, spend what you would normally spend. You do not go spend extra. You go spend your normal spend on that card. If I need $2,000, let me just go show you another example. I know I'm kind of all over the place, man, but I know this is making sense to somebody. So, and I don't want my videos to be too, you know what I'm saying, structured. I want them to be raw and real. I don't want to be edited, no nothing. Let me see. Let me give you another example. Let me see. I'm going to just Google. I took my camera off. Let me just do cashback. Cashback intro. Oh, damn, my bad. This is too big. Y'all can't see. Hold on. Bear with me. Okay, I'm going to my search bar, right? And I'm typing cashback intro offer credit cards, right? Boom. So let's just say Wells Fargo. We got this card right here. Boom. They telling me I get $200 when I spend $500 in the first 3 months. A smart person would not go out and buy a $500 chain just to hit $200. No. I'm going to go buy my groceries for the first 3 months. I'm going to go buy my gas, all of that on this card and get that free $200. Do you see how that's a free $200? Because I'm gonna spend that money anyway. I'm just gonna spend it on the car and get that. Boom. And this card also gives you unlimited 2% cash reward, which is a decent card, you know. So check this out. This is another one. 0% interest for 12 months up here too. So again, this is what I was talking about. You can use these things. Think how you can use these things to benefit you. This is how you audit. Okay, is this card good for me? Then you have some cards that obviously give, you know, look at this. Like this has, if you rent a car, you got collision damage. This is how you break down, see the best card. No such thing, man. Look what you need the card to do for you. This has travel and emergency assistance. This has roadside dispatch. No membership. Now, I'm not going to tell you this is just by having this credit card. You see? Yeah. And this is saying you can redeem your rewards straight to your account. You can redeem your rewards at the ATM. You can redeem your rewards for gift cards. You can redeem for purchases. This is how you break down what's on the card. Now I'm going to show. I didn't even show you that platinum card. Now this platinum, this Amex. People say Amex is the best. Okay, cool. You're right. Some of them, depending on what you're using it for, right? Now this card actually costs you $600 annually just to have it. Just to have it. So you got to understand, if you're not using the benefits for these cards, just spending this $600, $700 is going to break somebody. But let me show you all the benefits with this card. This one card gets you all these benefits. $200 hotel credit per year, right? $200 Uber cash per year. $200 free airline credit per year. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are just one things that these are just benefits of getting this card, and then you can status match. You can get different flights. You know, it's just benefits. Each card has its own benefits. Go through the card and read it for you. But while I'm telling you, spending on this card, how you earn points with this card, this card gives you 5 times the points on flights, 5 times on hotels, and 1 time on everything else. So let's just, like what we've been talking about, if you need an everyday spend card and this card only rewards flights and hotels and nothing else, it makes no sense for you to use this card at the grocery store. None. Zero. Because I just told you, even this card will be better. This gets you 2% on everything. I just gave you, and don't forget, we talked about this one, the Navy Federal, the American Express card. If I'm going to the grocery store, going to get me 3 times the points. I'm going to go use this. Why would I go spend? That's what I'm saying. Like, people say American Express, this wouldn't be the best card for the average person. The average person doesn't even take many trips. This is using the credit card to get you in debt. This is using the credit card to bring you money. If I'm getting 3 times the points on gas, grocery stores, and any food, this American Express card is getting me 0. This is how you audit a card and see is it good for you. I'm just gonna go do another one. I'm gonna type in Bank of America credit cards. Okay, what do they got? They got another card. Boom. Let's just go look at this one. Bank of America online cash rewards bonus off. This card gives you unlimited 1.5% cash back. I mean, it's better than nothing. You get $200 in a reward offer when you spend. So right here, they giving you $200 if you spend $1,000 in the first 90 days. Like I told you, how are we gonna hit that 1,000? We're gonna go spend on what we would normally spend and get this free $200. You don't go buy anything extra. This 1.5% cash back is not very good, considering I just showed you a card that gives you 3 and 2. So just do this, man. Just do this. Just look here and see. This is how you break down a card. So, every 3 months, let's just say, I don't know, this is just something to play with. Every 3 months, let's just say you spend $3,000. What would that do? They say you're going to have $56 in cash back. They say you have $45. See, that's kind of low, but honestly, anything is better than nothing, because how much do you get for using your debit card? Nothing. You get nothing, absolutely nothing for using a debit card. I want you to understand that. This is a 33-minute video, man. I hope this actually helps somebody. A few things I wanted to touch on. I said make sure you use reward money to bring you more money. Not just think about using it for emergency. Think about how you can take that money, turn it into your servant, and bring you more money. And you can see how that can stack. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just giving you examples, man. A lot of people don't have free money to start things that they want to start. You could use a credit card for that example, and that's what I recommend using a credit card for. At the very least, everybody should be using the credit card. If you have discipline now, for, like I showed you, using it for your everyday purchases and just coming up off of that. You know, I would log into my bank. Should I do that? I can show you. I withdraw every year. The last couple of years, I withdrew a couple $1,000s and just deposited straight to my checking account from just credit card spend. One of the last things I want to touch on, I already showed y'all how to pick out a card. I told you about discipline. I told you about best practices. Did I say best practice? Best practices if you want to use a credit card for rewards and not rack up debt. Like I said, pay the card, get the card, spend on it. At the end of the day that night, just go in and make a payment. Simple as that. Go in and make a payment. At the end of the week, go in and make a payment. No interest on there. So, 35-minute video. This is pretty long, but I know this helped somebody. If you still here, appreciate you for watching. Drop what you think, questions, comments, concerns. If this helped you, what did you learn from something you didn't know? I know you learned something. Hopefully, I'll just put a different mind frame in you, like just a different way to think about credit cards. Yeah, hopefully this helps somebody. So we coming back with more videos. You believe that?